Hey everybody, in the last video, we linked our GotBackup account with our Macintosh. Now it's time to start syncing our local folders with our GotBackup cloud. But first of all, what exactly is a local folder? A local folder is basically a folder that lives on my laptop, on my computer. So as an example, this is my Macintosh, this is my main hard drive. My username is right here, it says GVO Video MacBook. I'm gonna click this, and right here, these movies, this music, these pictures are also located right here under my favorites tab. Think of this as a shortcut pointing directly to these. It's just a faster way of getting to my local folders rather than digging through my file path, and we'll talk about what that is in a bit. Alright, and just to better show you what I mean by they live on my computer, let me just show you an example. These are some pictures that are living physically on my computer, and what I mean by that is that the data is stored. If I go to my get info, it's going to tell me this is 1.3 megabytes. This picture is 1.3 megabytes. This right here lives on my computer, and what I mean by live is that it's going to show you where is it stored. This is my Macintosh. This right here is this right here, what I just showed you. Under users, GVO Video MacBook Pictures. This right here is what we call a file path. Think of this kind of like directions, like a roadmap where I'm going to go to find this picture. I'm going to go to Macintosh HD, users, GVO MacBook Pictures. And just to better demonstrate that, we're going to take that direction right now, those directions. I'm going to go to my Macintosh HD, users, GVO MacBook, pictures. And let me just change my display. And here it is. This is exactly this right here. So this is my file path that I followed to get to this picture that lives on my hard drive. Alright, now that we know what a file path is, I'm going to show you why this is important and how we're going to use this to link our GotBackup cloud with our local folder. Alright, I'm going to close this window. After closing your browser, you're going to get prompted with this Add GotBackup account. And this is very, very important to understand. This is where we're going to sync our local folders with our GotBackup cloud. On the left-hand side, you're going to see my demo account. This is my cloud, and it's going to point, basically it's asking for a directory. On the right side is my local end. This is where my computer, what I just showed you. By default, it's going to make a GotBackup folder as a directory. I'm going to go ahead and click connect. Alright, now we're ready to start syncing. We just created our directory. There's two ways that we can access it. The first one is right here where our finder is. I'm going to click that, and you're going to see on our favorites tab, there's going to be this GotBackup folder. I'm going to click this, and as of right now, it's empty. This is our root directory. Well, first of all, what is a root directory? What that means is it's the first or the topmost location of the hierarchy in this GotBackup virtual folder that we just created. I will explain in a moment why this is relevant, because this is how you will find your local files. I am going to demonstrate first, and then I'll explain. So let's say I wanted to sync my music, my pictures, and my documents folders with my GotBackup cloud. Right here is my root directory of this Macintosh. As of right now, my root directory of my GotBackup folder is empty. It's because we have not synced any local folders yet, and we'll get to that in a little bit. The second way that I can access this is up here, this little check mark. I'm going to click this. And then right here, files. It's going to open up the browser. And as of right now, there's nothing in here. So this right here is my root directory. This is also the same exact thing. This right here and this right here are exactly the same. This is just more of a convenient location for me on my Mac. But these two places are exactly the same, and we'll talk about this in a little bit. Let's start syncing. In this example, I'm going to sync my pictures. So how do we do this? This is my pictures. This is currently what's on my local drive. Remember, we talked about local folders. I have these pictures that I want to sync to my GotBackup. And in the future, anything that I add to this folder, I want it to automatically back up to my GotBackup cloud. So how do we do this? I'm going to come back to my little check mark up here. There's going to be here's my account. I'm going to hit this little drop down and I'm going to go to settings. So here's our root directory that we created in the beginning. I'm going to hit this little add folder sync connection. It's going to ask you, what do you want to sync? So I'm going to choose my local folder that I want to sync. In this case, I want my pictures to be synced, but this is my shortcut. Let me show you exactly where this is located on my computer. Okay, so remember, this is my root directory of my Macintosh HD. This is my root directory. I'm going to go to my users. This is my users. GVO Video Mapbook, Pictures. Remember, this right here is exactly the same as this. This is just my shortcut, but I'm showing you exactly where the file path is. I'm going to click this, open. I'm going to hit continue. And now it's going to ask you to create a folder on the GotBackup cloud end. So it's best to just basically rename it the same thing. I'm going to hit pictures, type in pictures. Okay. This is going to be our remote folder on our cloud. It is also sometimes called a virtual folder. They're basically the same thing. I'm going to hit continue. It's making a folder on the cloud end. So this is going to be my remote folder or my virtual folder. I'm going to hit continue. Add sync connection. And now we're going to see that it's going to start syncing. So this right here is my local folder. It's going to be currently uploading right now to my cloud. This little icon up here means that it's syncing. These little arrows means that it's currently syncing. So give it 1 second. All right, great. My pictures have been synced. Just to double check that, remember what our root directory was for our GotBackup. I'm going to click this. And now, as you can see, my pictures folder has been added. And let me just double check to make sure everything's been synced. So here we are. Here's my pictures again. And here we are. Here are my pictures inside my GotBackup directory. Here's my root directory. And here's this virtual folder that we made, remember? Pictures. And here they are. And you could just click this little icon to see the thumbnails. But to double check, let's go back to our browser up here in this little check mark. I'm going to hit this, Files. And it's going to take me to my browser. And here we go. Here's our pictures folder. So remember, this right here and this right here, these are exactly the same folders. They're just different means of accessing. So this right here is on my Finder, and this right here is on my Safari web browser. These are exactly the same folders. So if I open that up, these are the pictures that we synced. So these pictures and these pictures are exactly the same. And remember, I wanted my pictures, any pictures that I upload in the future, to automatically sync to my GotBackup. So let me insert an SD card real quick. Let's say this is from my digital camera. Here's my SD card. I'm going to open this. And then I'm going to go to my pictures, my shortcut. I'm going to open a new tab for this. And just to better show you. So this is my SD card that I just plugged into my Mac. And this is my local pictures folder. I'm going to go into my SD card pictures. And I'll grab this just to better see. I'll grab this family reunion. I'm going to grab this whole folder. I'm going to right click and then come down here to copy. Or you could also hold Command C. And I'm going to come to my pictures and I'm going to right click and paste. Or Command V. So here I copied and pasted from my SD card to my pictures folder. So let's make sure that this was synced. I'm going to come up here to my client and I'm going to come down to Files. Here's my virtual folder that we created earlier, named Pictures. And sure enough, here are my pictures. They've been automatically synced to my GotBackup cloud. And remember, I could also access my GotBackup cloud through my Finder also, remember? We created this. This is also what we just saw. This right here is exactly this. So I'm going to double click just to make sure. And sure enough, there it is. Here are my pictures that we just saw on my browser end also. So there you go, folks. It's basically a set and forget system.